Hi folks.
Hi folks.
Mike and Tam are here with you in Roswell, Georgia. Now, there's something about me I'm going to share, and you probably can't tell, but I am something of a nerd. And that's why this museum behind me fascinates me. Tam, you're really excited about this, aren't you?
Yes.
The Computer Museum of America. And in binary, these shirts say, I am awesome. Hi. Wow. I'm thinking everyone should have bought stock right about then. Oh my gosh, Tammy. A TRS-80.
What's that?
It's a Radio Shack
Yeah, same
computer. I actually own one of these. Commodore was a thing back in the day. They used to actually have Commodore Clubs for nerds who owned Commodore, so they could get together and compare Commodore notes. So did any of you old youngins learn your ABCs on the speaking spell? Or did you play video games on the Atari? Look at the size of these Radio Shack Tandy floppy disk. I remember going to a buddy's house in the 1970s. His family had a laser disc player. I thought I was living in the future. Now we're coming to the decade where probably the majority of the folks these days remember the 1980s. Walkman, Tandy, you remember Walkman?
Yeah.
Your cassette player with earbuds or earphones? Wow. Do you remember these cell phones? My goodness, look at the size of these cell phones. And here, I think is where things begin to fundamentally change with the invention of Windows. We weren't just telling our video games to go left or go right or north, south, east, or west anymore. We had pictures. It does look like a giant printer, doesn't it?
It's like where you put paper.
You're not far off, honey. These are punch card machines. You basically are punching.
Time cards.
No. I have no idea what this is.
A weaving machine?
A computerized or run the weaving machine. If somebody knows what this is, they don't have any kind of description written, but I'm guessing probably due to its position, it used some kind of technology probably similar to punch cards because it's here in the punch card area. Now I believe, Tammy, what we're seeing here in these rooms is the technology that was used at the time by NASA to send people to the moon. So if you were to go to mission control back in the 1960s, you would probably be met with banks of equipment that would look a little like this. Not sure about the hippo though. So far, this is the coolest room in the computer museum. You see the whole floor is painted to look like the lunar surface. And everything in here is dedicated to the technology it took to take human beings to the moon. It's a life-size model of the Lunar Module. Excuse me, how far is it to Buc-ee's? You must be this tall to ride the Saturn V. Talk about memory lane. I remember, oh my gosh, the Cray was like the end all and be all of supercomputing in its day. There was a time, Tammy, that these things were actually cooled by water. I remember Sun. Does anybody else remember Sun? SGI Silicon Graphics. Wow. This was a data center circa 1990, 1991. This is the kind of things you would see. You took a soldering course at one time, didn't you, Tammy?
Barely passed.
That was back in the days when soldering was something that...
It was going out.
Oh,
yeah.
It was already on its way out when you took the course? I actually remember some of this Cray swag that the Cray representatives used to give out. This is what we had. The one we had was probably more like this. The reason I say that is if you were working the late shift, Tammy, and you got a little sleepy, some of the Cray's hardware was packed underneath these padded benches. And if no one was around, you could take a little nap on your lunch break. Is there anything cooler than like a computer with a lot of flashing lights? Imagine having to sort all those wires.
Oh, Lord. That looked like our Christmas lights.
And you complain about behind the entertainment center. I don't know what this room is, but man, they're ready for something in there. Look at that. The tables are all decorated.
Birthday party, I bet.
Yeah, you can actually schedule events here. You can schedule birthday parties. You can schedule wedding ceremonies, wedding receptions. I'm thinking if you're a little bit nerdy and you're getting married, oh man, what a place for a reception. And here's a closer look without the screening of that banquet room. Again, we are in Roswell at the Computer Museum of America, where you can reserve the facility. And there's a pretty good amount of space there. It looks like a little stage area in the back. All throughout this museum, they've had chairs and benches, right? So you can come and spend as much time as you want here and not have to worry about your back hurting, because there's plenty of places all around this museum too, including this cool little living area. I don't remember these, but it looks like it was supposed to be a kind of a R2-D2 Coke dispenser, or maybe it was just a model to advertise Coke. I'm not sure if I want a Coke that was filled that way. And this is the part of the story where the narrator says, that was when something went horribly wrong. So Tam, to be perfectly honest, you were not really thrilled about the
No.
idea of this was more about something I wanted to do
Yes.
than you did. But
It's interesting.
it's an interesting place, and there's a lot of things that if you're older, it's going to take you down memory lane, and you can remember a lot of the things that they have here. This is the Computer Museum of America, folks, and it's right here in Roswell, Georgia. Until the next time, this is Mike and Tam saying bye.
Bye.
Give me somebody. And give me somebody while I'm waiting.